Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is David Benjamin from healthywildfree.com. Today in this video, I want to take a few minutes to talk to you about your emotional health and well-being. This is something that has been an area of interest for me for years, dating back to Healthy, Wild, and Free, the podcast that was on iTunes. This was before Spotify was even around. I've been interviewing experts on the topic of emotional health and well-being, and my mother, thankfully, is someone who is an expert in this area and has really given me a lot of insight as well. So through my own research, reading, interviewing experts on the Healthy, Wild, and Free podcast, and then my own life experience, my own trauma, being betrayed, being attacked, by people that I loved, that were close to me, so on and so forth, has really taught me the effect that emotions have on your health and well-being and vitality, and specifically your energy levels. So today I want to talk about how emotions influence your energy levels, your health, and your vitality, and connect some of the dots that may be a little bit disconnected at the moment to hopefully help you understand the importance of emotion and the importance of it being used as a tool in your life to benefit your health, vitality, energy, as opposed to hurt it or harm it. So first things first, I want to give you a definition of emotion that you may or may not have heard before, and that definition is very simple. It's a breakdown of the word emotion. So if you take the word emotion and you make it E-motion, you can take that E-motion and think of it as energy and motion, because that's what emotions are. They're energy and motion. And when emotions are not in motion, in other words, they are stuck or stagnant, what occurs is that those emotions begin to form issues in our body. So think of it like fruit or vegetables that are sitting out on the counter, and it's a hot summer, and they just sit there for 3-4 days, a week, 2 weeks. They start to get a little mold on them. They start to get some bacteria. Unhealthy things grow on the fruit and vegetables. Now, why is that? Because those fresh fruits and vegetables were supposed to be processed, eaten, and consumed within a period of time. Otherwise, new life forms take a hold of them, grow on them, and cause them to become unhealthy. Now, if you go eating a fruit or vegetable that has mold on it, that might upset your stomach. You might feel sick, and it might really cause you to rethink that choice. So with that being said, think of emotions as the same way. Emotions are non-physical experiences that we have, right? They are experiences that are, that have to do with emotion, that have to do with feelings. But what they have as a net impact in our bodies and in the health of our bodies is influencing the state of how we feel. So it is important to take that time to understand and recognize that emotions are E-motion, energy in motion. And when your emotions are moving, that's a good thing. When your emotions become stagnant, that is not a good thing. So I want to build on this dialogue a little bit. So now we understand that emotions are a part of life. We're going to have feelings. We're going to have emotions. These are things that our body, is going to deal with. And it is not something that, is bad or good, right? It's just, it just is. So it's important to understand that emotions are a part of life. It's a part of our experience, and it's a part of the process of living. You're going to have feelings, you're going to have emotions, and that's simply a part of life. And there's really nothing that you can do about that, right? You can't resist them, you can't deny them, and you could, but it's not going to work, because eventually these emotions come to the surface. So there's a really good book called Feelings Buried Alive Never Die, and it kind of breaks this down a bit, and it essentially shares that if you have a feeling or an emotion and you stuff it or suppress it underneath the surface, what occurs is that this then becomes something that you have to deal with. This becomes something that your emotional body has to deal with, and it's going to affect your health and your well-being, and specifically your energy levels. So let's talk about some specific emotions and how they affect your health specifically, and why that would impact your energy. So let's take the first one. That's a very common emotion, a negative emotion that is often expressed as well as suppressed. Oftentimes what is repressed is often sometimes expressed, or both. Sometimes it's just suppressed, sometimes it's expressed also, or it comes out in bursts. And that is the emotion of anger, right? So anger is an emotion that we've all had. We've all been angry. We've all been upset at someone that wronged us, someone that hurt us. And what that does is it affects the liver, the health of the liver. So we've all heard the term angry drunk. Angry drunk, think about it. Angry drunk is someone who drinks and they become angry. Now, when you drink alcohol, what organ is affected the most? We all know the answer to this. It is your liver. So what occurs is anger is the emotion that is stored in the liver. And if we hold on to anger and we suppress it, we become angry, but we're suppressing that anger. And then that emotion is something that our body has to deal with. It's something that weighs on the liver. So our liver is affected negatively by holding on to anger and not expressing it ideally in a healthy manner. Let's take another one, fear. Fear is something that we've all experienced as well. Maybe someone did something to you. Maybe you were traumatized. Maybe you were raped. Maybe you were attacked. Maybe someone robbed you. Maybe none of that happened, but something else happened that scared the living daylights out of you, and your body held on to that fear. And when you hold on to fear, your kidneys are affected. And when the kidneys are affected, your body has a difficult time with potential urinary health, maybe UTIs, urinary tract infections, or other things, right? So fear affects the kidneys. And let's move on to another one, grief. Grief is something that we've all experienced. We've all probably lost a loved one, maybe a grandparent, a parent, a sibling, a spouse, a daughter, a son, whatever it may be, someone close to us, right, that has died. When we experience that grief and it doesn't process in a healthy manner, that affects the lungs and affects our breathing patterns, and it affects our lung and oxygen transportation systems of the body. So each emotion that we feel, each emotion that we experience does impact the health and well-being of our body. And when unhealthy emotions, such as the negative emotions, are trapped, right? When they are not when they no longer become E-motion, energy and motion, when they become just E, energy, or stuck energy, that causes an issue that then causes the body to be trapped in that area. So whether it's the liver, the kidneys, the lungs, or any other area of the body, those organs and systems become trapped because those areas of the body are suppressed from that emotion being sort of pushed underneath the surface. So what's important to understand here is that everything that we experience in life, be it grief, sadness, anger, happiness, joy, fulfillment, whatever it may be, all has an organ or system in the body that is attached to that part of the body. So what's important to keep in mind is that when negative emotions are suppressed and pushed underneath the surface, what occurs is that the body stores these, and negative energy stored in the body is not good long term. It suppresses the function or the energy or the vitality of these specific systems in the body. So I share all this with you to say that, really to distill everything down to one simple sentence, and that sentence is that emotions affect the energy that you have and the energy in your body. So keep that in mind and don't overlook your emotions when it comes to your health, your well-being, and your vitality. And if you want to learn how to properly heal and address the emotions that are causing you pain or suffering or health issues or whatever it may be, or weakened energy, lowered energy, then I highly recommend subscribing to my newsletter with your phone number and email address. You'll get text updates as well as email updates. And the program that I'm working on right now, the coaching program, Infinite Energy, will guide you in understanding how to navigate and have a healthy relationship with your emotions so that any pain or trauma or hurt in life that wasn't expressed, that became suppressed, can properly be processed, healed, and released from your body so that you can move forward in your life with grace, ease, compassion, love, and forgiveness, and move forward in a brave state with new emotion. You see, when you take emotion that has been negative and suppress it, and the kidneys and the liver and the lungs and the heart are holding onto these negative emotions, and you decide to release, you decide to discharge, you decide to detoxify and remove these things from your life, what occurs is two profound things. Number one, you're creating space, because where those emotions were before, they are now gone, so you're creating space. And number two, you're allowing, because of this new space, new positive, healthy emotions to flow through those areas of your body like a river, emotions flowing through as opposed to getting caught in. So it allows you to experience the lows and the highs of life without letting them impact you or take you down or out. And it allows you to experience the more pleasurable, joyful, exciting, enthusiastic, entheos, Greek meaning connected to God, in creativity and inspiration, in spirit, inspiration, being connected to the divine. It allows you to connect with these emotions and feelings, and this allows you so much more energy, psychologically, emotionally, and physically, to create the life that you desire, because now the energy that you have resides in a healthy manner, and it's more conducive to creation and inspiration and enthusiasm. It's uplifting instead of weighing down. So if you want to learn more about that, go to healthywildfree.com, subscribe, put your name, email, phone number in, and I will follow up with you. And there will be a webinar and some training, and I think it'll be very insightful and encouraging to you, wherever you're at this point in life, to take the next step and to utilize this information to your advantage to get your emotional health on a positive track and in a way that serves you, supports you, and encourages you in your health and your energy levels in the long run. Make sure to like, favorite, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Leave any questions you have below, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.